And yeah, we are on. Cool. Playing a little bit of From Borealis, which I have no way. I have absolutely no way of like fading it out. I just realized that. It's gonna be a hell of a show. Oh man. Alright, so let's just abruptly stop it, I guess. Ooh, no more vaping. No vaping. No vaping on this podcast. Hello and welcome to episode 2.5.0.2 of Barely a Destiny Show. That's a little joke because we got some patch notes this week. With me tonight, we've got Xanafan711 and Alex. What's your gamer tag? GamerFreak857.
Yep.
So we're going to be talking a little bit about Destiny today. So let's start it off though by why don't you guys introduce yourselves? What do you play in Destiny? Like, what's your class, subclass? What race do you play? All that good shit.
You got Steve.
All right. Well, I'm Steve, or Xanafan711 on PSN. That's with a Z, Z-A-N-I-F-A-N, 711. Sorry I missed last week. I work in pizza, so
yeah, Super Bowl Sunday.
Anyway, I play a human, female, Titan, striker, shoulder charge, Dune Marchers, full speed setup. Full speed and armor. I use shotguns, and I don't need a Matador to use a shotgun. So when we get to patch notes, I don't really care too much about that. So, yeah, and I don't know. That's my Titan.
What about you, Alex? What do you play?
I play a hunter, primarily Awoken hunter, as the Night Stalker.
Nice.
Subclass. I go for, if I'm in PvP, and Quiver, obviously, but usually Bloodbath.
What kind of weapons do you like to run?
Well, my favorite's my Clever Dragon pulse rifle. Something good in the mid-range.
Yeah, we're gonna get into Clever Dragons a little bit tonight. It's gonna be a pretty heavy Destiny podcast for barely a Destiny show. It's gonna have a lot of Destiny in it tonight.
My PSN tag is GamerFreak857.
You can check that out right about there.
Boom.
It's on the stream. I got it all set up. Sorry the stream looks a little crappy tonight. I usually will hand draw all the stuff, but my mother's in town, Steven's mother, so we're a little busy this week, but we still got to do the show. Yeah, everybody might be busy. We're still gonna do it. Hopefully next week we're gonna be back to our normal time at about 2:00, and we'll have our normal guest back on the show. Even though we don't know what that is yet because there's only been 2 episodes. But we will have people on the show. It'll be normal. So we're going to do a new segment called Kill of the Week. I'm going to play this Kill of the Week, and while it's playing, I'm going to run away and grab a beer. So hopefully the video is long enough. It's about a minute long. So here we go, Kill of the Week. This is, let's... What was this, Steve? You were a part of this?
All right. So, yeah. So, little backstory. Me and my buddy James and our friend Big Bird, we call him Big Bird. His gamer tag's Big Band. Anyway, we were doing some trials, and we were losing terribly, but this round was a bright light or silver lining in one of the tickets where Big Bird just went off, and it was fantastic, and me and James got destroyed. And there's a pretty funny moment in there where I made a horrible mistake, and you'll probably get a laugh in there.
All right. Well, we're going to play this video, and we'll be back to you in 1 minute.
One in the middle. Got him. Guardian down.
Oh, it's off the map.
Lost God.
No. Come on.
I don't know either. I don't know if they can hear us either. Well, we're dancing.
James and I are right by each other.
Dance, John.
charging, he's charging.
Wait.
One more. He's right on our bodies. You got the revive?
Not done yet, boy.
Nice! That was dope.
Dad's back.
That was so dope.
Oh my god.
1v3.
Heyo, would you look at that timing, huh?
Heyo.
Boom.
Oh, can they hear us when the video's playing?
Yeah, they can.
Oh, okay.
Toby says, I'm sorry, dude. I fell asleep and won't be able to do it tonight.
Sleepy
Oh.
dad.
So that's I am Error TH. He will be on next week, hopefully. He's supposed to be one of our regular hosts. We got Alex's roommate in the background doing some crazy shit.
This is normal.
Yeah.
So, let's get to one of my favorite segments. It's a segment that I'm excited to talk about this week because for the first time we're going to have 3 people that have actually played this game and 3 people that are passionate about this game. We're going to talk about video games we want turned into a movie. Today's video game is Mass Effect. One of the best. So I know Alex and I have talked about this a little bit. I had an idea for the story. So, let me collect my thoughts. Steve, you tell me who you would... I have to remember what we were talking about that one night. Steve, why don't you tell us who you think would be good to be characters in this movie? Who do you think would you want to play who?
All right. So first for Shepard, and I think this would be a pretty good fit. If you've seen the show Gotham, he's James Gordon. I think his name is Ben McKenzie. I think it would make a fantastic Shepard. He's just got that kind of, at least as Gordon in Gotham, he's got that gung-ho, take no excuses, get it done attitude, and that would translate perfectly for Shepard, either good or bad. You know, he rides the moral line in Gotham, and I think that'd be good for that.
See it?
For what's her name? For Liara, I'd have to say I can't remember her full name. I think her name is Zoe, but she is on Firefly. She's the second in command on the show, the black girl. I think she would make an excellent. Oh, she's a Destiny voice character too.
Oh, she's Ikora?
Yeah, Ikora Ray.
Nice. Look at that
so I think
tie-in.
she would be perfect. Yeah, look at that tie-in. I haven't really thought too much about anybody else. I know Garrus would be hugely important.
I mean, I feel like a lot of
as well.
I feel like with a lot of the characters that are pretty ridiculous looking, like Garrus, like nobody looks like Garrus. You're not gonna like. There's probably gonna be a lot of CG, so I feel like you could keep a lot of the original voice actors for that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yeah. So
I think it would be really cool for that story to kind of go through like what happened in the first game.
yeah.
Obviously, you can't put everything in there because it's going to be way too long. But I think if you were going to combine all of them, like kind of like the themes from all the games, like I think loyalty missions is like a huge thing because of 2.
Yeah, definitely.
I think I would put like 1 loyalty mission in it and not focus very heavily on getting the crew together. I think that would be a thing where you'd have to do some Hollywood stuff to shorten that up, and maybe you grab like a big part of your crew all at once. But I think something like the suicide mission would be really cool. Like either like the last mission from 2 or the last mission from 3, where you have all your guys coming in at once, because that gives you the ability to like an Avengers movie where you can give everyone their own like time in the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
But you'd be kind of like going back and forth between like, okay, this group of this many people is going to do this group of this many people is going to do this. I think that would be a really cool way to handle the movie. So that way you could get everyone in it, but you wouldn't have to, have the movie be 4 hours long.
Yeah, you could do it flashbacks, like flashbacks to a loyalty mission kind of thing during the
even like
the suicide mission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Like a life flashing before your eyes kind of thing, but it's a flashback.
So, Alex, what characters would you want in the movie? Like, what are characters that you're like, if they're not in it, it's not a fucking Mass Effect movie?
Well, I mean, definitely like Liara and Garrus for sure.
Yeah,
are definitely everyone's main too. But I think that the original like sidekick characters from the first game and even like the second one. I remember Caden. Caden's in it, right?
Caden Alenko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caden and Ashley.
Yeah,
I'd
Caden
prefer
and Ashley.
Caden over Ashley, I think.
Mhm.
I think it would be a cool fan service to have one of them die in the movie.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
really cool.
You know,
So,
and the Quarian. I think the Quarian's real important.
Tally
is hugely important.
Tally.
So,
Real cool.
what do you guys think about Grunt versus Rex being in the movie?
Ooh.
Because like Rex is really cool, but so is Grunt. Grunt's really funny.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Grunt's in the game a little bit more, but Rex's story, I think, is cooler.
Yeah, I think Rex's story's cool. I would have to say Rex.
Well,
I think
I'd
Rex
say this.
in general was more
If
likable.
they're going to delve into Tachanka, Rex. But if they're not, Grunt.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I feel like it would be cool to kind of go see Rex doing his own thing on Tuchanka, but I feel like that might make the movie really long.
It would.
Yeah.
Because
it's a lot of, if you're trying to make all that shit into one movie, man.
Just do a trilogy.
That's
Do a trilogy
bold.
movie.
I mean,
See, do you really think that the general public has enough attention span to watch 3 Mass Effect movies? Because I don't.
Probably not, but I would love it.
Yeah, no, I would think it's the best thing in the world, but Hollywood's not going to make that.
It made like 8. They made 8 Star Wars movies so far.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man.
Ugh. I'm not a...
Star Wars.
Whew. We won't get into how I feel about Star Wars.
That would be a great thing to make into a movie. Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah, man, I would love to see that. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else we can really cover with that. I don't think there's much.
I just want 90 minutes of driving around in the Mako.
That would be
love that.
That would be a really cool part if they're like in the Mako and they're just kind of sitting there not talking, and one of them's just like, "This is kind of boring, right?"
And then they step out to mine some stuff, and they're like,
It's just them kind of like checking their watch, and there is Shepard still out there? Yep. And then he's just sitting there on his Omni tool.
"Sweet guys, I can make a big gun now."
You know who I wouldn't want in the movie is Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character. What is it?
heck no. He's
Vegas?
only in the third game, right?
Vega?
Yeah, Vega. He sucks.
Worst Mass Effect character ever. If you were a kind of person that rocked him on your team, why?
Yeah, fine.
Like
The
He's so
pilot,
he's
the
most
shuttle
reasonable.
pilot in 3 is a better character than him.
No.
Oh, that
Yeah.
dude was
I was
awesome.
devastated when he died.
Yeah.
Well, and the whole like story of him and his husband, like, oh,
Right?
that was
Right?
rough.
So good,
Gosh.
so good.
That game is so
Deep,
fucking good, dude. So what's today's date? What is it? February 12th. We are a month and 3 days away from Mass Effect Andromeda coming out.
Yup. And we still don't really know anything about it.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I mean,
Oh.
obviously excited, but I have no
If
idea.
you guys want to
What's
learn
good?
more about it, Andromeda Nerds is a podcast that talks about Mass Effect, and
Okay.
they're really good.
Shouts out.
Yeah, shout out to Andromeda Nerds. I mean, there's some stuff that's been released. I know, the 2 main characters are brother and sister, right?
No.
Oh, that's dope. That's a good way to do that.
And
That's
you
really
get to
cool.
pick one of the other, and I'm pretty sure that whoever you pick, the other one's still in the story.
Yeah.
They're just kind of around, and you're actually replacing your father. You take your father's position. I don't know what it is. It's like a scout. But
Okay.
And
I'm hyped for that multiplayer
Well, yeah, the
Yeah.
multiplayer was pretty good.
because
I liked it.
I loved Mass Effect 3's multiplayer. Like I thought that was so much fun. The like trading card game nature of it was super cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that do stuff like that now, so I'm interested to see how they update it.
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll be really sweet. Well, guys, do we want to hit the hard stuff? I feel like we should wait a little bit before we get into this deep cut.
Okay.
That way, if
Okay.
anybody doesn't like Destiny, they can listen to this, and then when we get into the deep cuts, they'll stop.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at my notes. What do I have for notes? Oh my god, I'm so bad at this podcasting, you guys. Well, come on, open up my notes,
I gotta
please.
pull them up too.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, so what have you guys been doing this week at Destiny? Did you guys get
Alex?
any time in?
What did I do? I mean, I played some with you, Steve. I haven't really played a ton this week, I don't think. Yeah, just really when we were doing. I'll let you talk about the thing that you're doing, Steve. Because
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Steve's
I've
got
actually been playing a lot of Titanfall too.
Ooh, I really want to play that campaign still.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, nothing crazy. I'm just working on my 400 grind still. I'm like,
Mhm.
I need like 2 more pieces to get
Ooh.
my stuff up to 400. And I've been like trying to max out or level up my warlock as a secondary because I was sick of having to run from everything as a hunter.
Right.
Steve, you've been doing a pretty cool thing lately. You've been trying to stream.
Yeah, I started a stream probably a little less than a week ago. And what basically it is I made a brand new character. It's a hunter because I never had a hunter before. Started Blade Dancer. And I'm starting with fresh vanilla Destiny and just going through each mission slowly, kind of. And trying to talk about lore as I go through it. And a lot of my information is from the Destiny Ghost Stories podcast, which is fantastic. If anyone hasn't listened to it, I haven't delved too much into Grimoire myself or anything like that, but I'm just like looking at stuff on the walls and paying attention to as much stuff as I can, and just trying to talk about like what's happening in the broad spectrum while I'm going through each mission. And thankfully, they tell you like this is from the Dark Below and this is from House of Wolves, so I can make sure I follow one by one. And I am not transferring any gear at all. So like what I get in drops is what I get. Whatever level I am is whatever level. No help from my other 2 characters on this one. So it's going to be a fresh, completely from the beginning perspective on Destiny with an emphasis on lore. And yeah, Alex jumped in and helped me out a little bit, which is always nice because then there's more talking about lore and less killing stuff as we're going through because we get the killing a lot faster. But it's been a lot of fun.
Where can people find you doing that?
Oh, my Twitch is twitch.tv/SNSELVEY. So, and I'll if anyone's interested in streaming, I'll post a link on my Twitter as well, which is at Xanafan711. So that way you can find it there. Also, quick little shameless plug here. We now have an email and a Twitter for the show.
Yes, we do.
It's BarelyADestinyShow@gmail.com or at BarelyADS.
You can check that. We have it right here. BarelyADS. It's oh shoot, I don't know if my camera's reversed. Yeah, that doesn't work then. Oh man. There we go. I fixed it.
Yeah, but hit us up, ask us questions. We love to talk to you guys. Love to see what you guys think of the show. Any pointers you have that might make it better. We tend to be pretty humble dudes, so
yeah, definitely get in and ask us some questions. That's a segment that we've been wanting to do on the show, Twitter questions, but we obviously didn't have a Twitter yet. So, like you said, at BarelyADS, Barely Ads, Barely Aim Down Sights, whatever you want. Barely a Destiny Show. We tried to get Bad Show, but it was already taken. So, whatever.
Oh, and if you want to submit something for the video
Kill of the week.
Kill of the week.
Send that. Make sure you put in the subject line to the email Kill of the Week entry. So that way we know which ones are which, and shoot that to BarelyADestinyShow@gmail.com.
And please send us just a link. You don't need to send us the actual file. We can go.
Yeah, link to a
YouTube
video is perfect, please.
Yeah. I was playing some Rumble earlier, or not Rumble. Well, I do play Rumble. That's my jam lately. Mayhem was still a thing until Monday night or Tuesday night. I was playing some Mayhem after last week's show, and I ran into some funny stuff. I ran into a guy who had a clan tag that's I hate Twilight Gap, and I thought that was super funny. Him and his clan were playing, and I think it was them. I could be wrong. I could be mistaken. It might not have been his clan, but they were running a weird kind of fun police build, sitting there and popping tons of bubbles. But But this is what was cracking me up. I was playing a striker, and we were doing it on Mayhem So like obviously they have like bubbles all the time. They all had swords inside there.
Oh,
So they were a bunch of bubbling sword kind of guys, and we were playing on Widow's Court. So you know where the heavy ammo spawns, like you have you'll come out of the church and there's that little like courtyard before you go up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
They're by that, and they're all sitting there. And I'm like, dude, you guys are just sitting ducks. So I ran around the outside of the church, kind of jumped outside the map, leaped over the wall, and just slammed them over and over and over and over, and was just racking up kills, being like, you fucking idiots. Don't know how to defend yourself from me just over and over again.
How many bubbles can you take out with one Fist of Havoc?
Oh, like all of them?
Really? Okay. All right.
Am I crazy that they took out the shadow shot, taking out bubbles too?
Yeah,
That is
I think
kinda
that a
crazy.
lot of stuff should take down the bubble. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm kind of torn between that because it's such a hard thing to use that I feel like you shouldn't be able to take it out.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been doing in Destiny. Other than that, I have been farming for exotics.
Oh.
You
I still
go
got one
to
quest to do.
Venus, you go to Scourge of Winter, I think is the name of it. It's the one where you kill Draxus. And you go to the end, and what I've been doing is I figured out I can skate up, throw a sticky on him, shoot him in the head 3 times with the shotgun, then run up and truth him, and it'll kill both of us at the end. But I've spent maybe 80 3 of coins in the past day trying to farm for exotics. It takes like 30
Wow.
seconds to kill him.
Wow.
Wow.
It's super easy. But pissed me off. I got 5 primary engrams. You know how many exotics I got that I didn't have? 0. I still haven't gotten a Jade Rabbit. I'm about to fucking kill somebody. I want a Jade Rabbit so bad.
Oh, that gun still drops? I don't think it still drops. I've never gotten one. I've never gotten a Hawksaw.
Well, Hawksaw's not an exotic.
Oh, right. That's true. That's true. But I still haven't ever gotten one.
No.
That's even crazier if I haven't gotten a Hawksaw and it's not an
I
exotic.
don't remember where you get Hawksaw. I haven't had a Hawksaw drop in a long time, but I have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like since I haven't had a Hawksaw drop since Hawksaw was popular.
It's kind of popular right now until Tuesday anyway.
It's gonna be way more popular on Tuesday.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, this is a good transition. We're gonna get into it.
Let's get into
Let's get into
All
these
right.
patch notes. What is it? Update 2.5.0.2. Am I putting too many
yeah.
points in that?
2.5.
No, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
2.0.5.2.
buddy. All right. Does anybody want to read these patch notes? Let's go over these. I feel like I've been
I'll do
talking a lot.
All right, so I'm going to start with shotguns, what it says here. All right, first thing that's in this patch, shotguns. And this is what everyone's pissed off about or excited about. Significantly decreased magnetism and AA when
Aim assist.
aim assist, yeah, when firing from the hip. Decreased in-air accuracy.
Okay.
They're removing
Makes sense.
precision damage from shotguns, except for the
Ooh.
chaperone. That's the only one. There's a 20% buff to shotgun damage in PvE, which I really like.
Oh, yeah.
Increased aim down sight time for the rangefinder perk on shotguns by 25%, and a removed agility decrease.
So they're
so
going to
that
be a
would-
little bit faster,
Mm-hmm.
but this is what
So
I'm
the
really happy
increased
about.
ADS time, rangefinder. So is that just in
How
general
long it
when you
takes
have the
to aim?
rangefinder perk, it decreases your ADS?
Yeah, you're going to pull your gun up slower.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I gathered from it.
Yeah.
The big thing that I'm happy about, though, is that you can't have somebody jump over your head and shotgun straight down on you, get a million headshots from like a mile above you. Because, you know, like each pellet is going to hit for a crit. No more of that. So no more freaking... With the movement speed being insane like it is, there's going to be no more people warrioring around with shotguns just blasting you apart. Now,
Right.
here's the problem, though. That's a lot of changes to shotguns. And also, can we talk about what happened to special ammo?
Oh yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Let me pull that section up here real quick. Crucible special ammo. All right.
What?
Players start matches with special ammo, but you lose it when you die.
Ooh.
Special ammo crates are now going to spawn every 60 seconds instead of every 2 minutes. And reduced radius for special ammo drops for teammates when you pick it up. So less people are going to get it when you grab it. And last one is players only start with special ammo on the first round in elimination. So
Jesus
trials is
Christ,
going to be
dude.
all primary.
All
Here.
primary.
Yeah, this is going to be really strange.
Yeah.
This is what pisses me off. Okay? Shotguns are terrorizing Destiny, and everyone's all up in arms about shotguns. Oh, I'm so pissed. And they said we're going to promote alternatives to shotguns. You're going to promote nothing, because now my fusion rifle days are over. Do you know how often you fucking trade using a fusion rifle? For me to lose my special ammo every time I die is ridiculous. I'm never going to be getting kills with that anymore. That's the only thing that I could get kills with. So it's one of those like obligatory fusion rifle nerfs that seem to happen with every single update. It seems to be some weird ass nerf to fusion rifles somehow. And I know like they didn't really nerf it. They technically didn't touch fusion rifles, but to me they did, and now I can't use that anymore. So thanks a fucking lot for that one.
It makes the only thing to use that makes any sense would be either a shotgun or a sniper if you're playing like a real specific way.
Well, I'm thinking sidearms and invective.
And icebreaker.
That's basically an icebreaker.
And it makes sidearms way more valuable.
Yeah, you're going to be killed by trespasser like no other. That is going to be going crazy. And here's the other thing. So if you only get special ammo like when you go pick it up, and then if you die it goes away, where do you think all the encounters in Destiny are going to be played now? If you're playing Clash, it's definitely going to be around the fucking special ammo boxes the whole fucking time. And that pisses me off. Because you're going to have people just camping special boxes being like, oh, well, I'm still alive. I'm going to fucking sit here for a year. God damn it. Now you're closing me off from the rest of the map.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll be...
I think the ammo changes are going to be the first to get repatched.
I don't know, though, because do you really think they're going to be doing much repatching with Destiny 2 on the horizon?
Well, there's supposed to be a big patch in April, but...
Yeah, hopefully they fix it with that, because I have a feeling the community is going to hate this. So that's, I mean, I could keep going on that. Does anybody else have anything to say about the special ammo changes or shotguns?
Well, I'm just thinking to see how, before with like the 2-minute timer, whenever you would see it cooling down, I would
hang out for a minute.
4 times out of 5, I would walk right by it because I'd be like, whatever, man. I don't got a lot of shit goes down in 2 minutes.
Yeah, and you're also like, I already have 5 or 6 shots.
Right, but if it's like I have no shots and I have to wait 45 seconds here, I might wait. You know what I mean? And whenever there's more encounters like that, I just see camping going way up.
Do you guys play Rumble ever?
A little bit.
So that's a lot like how it is playing Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Like you honestly kind of have to hang out by special because there's so many people that can pick it up that you're just like, if I don't hang out here, I'm not gonna get it. Like I watched my timers.
Only one to get it.
I had to start keeping track of like at 7 minutes left on the clock. I know that special's going to be spawning, so I need to be by a crate at 7 minutes. Right. So like it's going to be a lot of that. People are going to be memorizing timers, being like, "Oh, got to go be hanging out by a special now."
Every minute on the minute.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea. We'll see how it plays out. It might be sweet.
Yeah, maybe it'll make it just faster. I don't know.
Let's change the pace on that. There is some changes to auto rifles.
Yeah.
Specifically the low rate of fire ones, which means...
Suros regime.
Back again.
Yeah, dude. Suros regime is sweet.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a resurgence of Suros, and I frankly am excited because I wasn't a part of the Suros meta at the beginning of Destiny.
I just got my first Suros.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It took you 3 years.
Yeah.
Steve, why don't you read us the changes to auto rifles?
All right. Auto rifles. We got increased base damage on low rate of fire archetype. We have increased critical multiplier from 1.25 to 1.3. So that's like a tiny adjustment, but it
matters when there's a ton of bullets coming at you.
Yeah, ton of bullets. And in-air accuracy is increased.
That's awesome.
Whew. It's going to make assaulting with assault rifles easier. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, I'm planning on getting that going. Oh, man.
What else is going to be? I bet you're going to see a lot more Kvostovs as well, because there is a low rate of fire
Yeah, but it's kind of a
Meh.
waste because it doesn't do more damage at the low rate of fire, right? It's just
I would-
easier to control.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look. I haven't looked at my Kvostov since the quest just came out, so I'm not 100% sure about that.
I'm fairly certain that it does the same damage
It's an interesting
at,
gun. Yeah.
at whatever rate of fire because it
It's
makes
for,
it.
like, more mid to far range.
Yeah,
combat.
because like the scout fire doesn't make it any better damage. Pulse fire doesn't make it any better damage. That's the one that you're just going to want to piss out as many bolts as possible because it's the most DPS.
Right.
So I don't know if we're going to be seeing a lot from Kvostov.
But just basically anything with focused fire seems like it's going to be a good. That's going to be one of the new god rolls. You need focused fire on your auto rifle.
We will see. I know Genesis Chain. It was the one that they were using in the stream. So
I'm
Genesis Chain.
excited about that.
Yeah, and everybody
I love
has
that
it.
gun. Yeah, I love that gun.
There were no changes to snipers, if I'm correct.
Nope, just the special ammo stuff.
There were some changes to hand cannons, and if I remember
Hand cannons.
correctly, the initial accuracy has been taken back to year 1. So your first shot is like your first shot of that hand cannon is a year 1 shot, and then your bloom goes crazy apparently.
Yeah.
So if you're pacing your shots, you're gonna get some laser shots on that thing. They also dropped the range by 5 meters,
Which is not that much. So that's not. I don't consider that to be. It's the base range though. So like only like any perks you have will keep pushing it up, and I think the Hawkmoon archetype will still be fine range wise. But then the last change was they reduced. It's phrased weird. Reduced max range damage reduction from 50% to 33%. So I'm taking out the adjective max range, and so that means reduced damage reduction at the max range.
So your damage fall off is going to be less.
It's damage fall off, yeah.
So that means easier to snipe with longer range.
You're going to get
hand cannons.
So in general, your range has been dropped by 5 feet, but when you shoot at long ranges, the damage fall off is less.
Right. So these changes I am stoked about because I am a avid Hawkmoon, Ice Luna, Lord High Fixer user, almost always using those guns. So this is going to be nice for me. Real nice.
Alex, do you play with hand cannons ever?
Every once in a while, not very often.
We need to grind a Luna for you.
Yeah. I just got Ill Will that I liked a lot.
Oh man.
Well,
okay, so I know Ill Will's not a great one right now, but I've been playing with Ill Will, and
it just feels good. Man.
Yeah, it feels heavy.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing 2-on-1s and I've been like killing 2 people, just bow, 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 bouncing back and forth. It's great.
Yep. I'm also a big Lord High Fixer is probably one of my top favorite guns. I think it's underrated, definitely underrated.
Was there any changes to in-air stuff for hand cannons?
Nothing for hand cannons, but scout rifles have in-air accuracy increased. That's the only change on scout rifles.
Well, if you're jumping around scouting people, why?
I mean,
I did get a Lord High Fixer with Icarus on it, and I'm kind of excited to try out the in-air playstyle with hand cannons because that's apparently the hot thing right now. And I've never tried to do it. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, sounds fun.
I think. Were there any other changes? I know there's some changes to some exotics. I think we could probably skip over those.
We missed the other big one.
Oh, what's the other big
rifles.
one? Oh, let's talk about Clever Dragon.
All right, so here's what the changes are for pulse rifles. We've got reduced rate of fire for low impact pulse rifles such as Clever Dragon and Grasp of Malak by 7.7% or 1 frame.
So it's an additional frame between each shot.
Between each pulse.
Yeah, so
is what they said on the video. Yeah. Pulse rifles across the board have had their flinch reduced, and high caliber rounds are not as effective. So it's a double whammy there.
Yeah, your high caliber Clever Dragon sucks now.
Yeah.
What else happened though? There's some other things that happened to pulse rifles. They didn't just get nerfed.
Increased rate of fire for high impact pulse rifles by 5.3%. I'm not sure exactly which ones those are. Probably like the ones with like full auto. Like what would that be? Like I don't even know. Bad Juju? Is that a Bad Juju and
honestly,
Prime?
I was never a pulse rifle person until Clever Dragon. So
Yeah, I'm not a pulse rifle guy either.
I mean, I have my high cal perfect balance counterbalance Clever Dragon. It would just laser people's nuts off. But
Right.
There's a couple of them out, but
I was listening to Destiny Community Podcast, and they brought up a good point that I think you're going to see a lot of those low impact, high rate of fire ones. I think people are going to put those away and go with the slightly higher impact ones because there's basically no change to those. So like your hawk saws are going to come back. And that's what I'm excited for. I've got a really good hawk saw just sitting in the vault that I got after the hawk saw meta. So I'm just ready to bust that baby out and just start ripping faces with it.
Right. Well, yeah. So like Outbreak Prime as well, and Bad Juju. Yeah, for sure.
I wish Bad Juju was better in PvP. I just feel like that perk isn't like really. It's not. Yeah, it's good for killing mass amounts of ads, but like, do I really mind reloading?
yeah.
Maybe in Rumble.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
It depends on how good it is. If you're able to like 3-tap people with that thing, then it's going to be a monster.
Busting out the Volian Gemini again.
That's another gun I don't have. All
Dude,
these exotic all these exotic engrams, and they won't give me anything. I'm trying to be freaking crazy. Wait, Boolean Gemini is the one you get from the Reef, right? You have to have. Okay, I've finished that quest, and I don't have enough Queen's Bounty whatever rank.
Really?
And I'm pissed because I finished out like a year ago, and I
it's
still
not House of Judgment. It's the other
no,
one?
it's the Queen stuff. So.
It
takes
Do some
forever.
random patrol events on fucking
Right.
Yeah, and it's
Mars,
like
whatever.
kill taken zealots, and you're just like, really? That's gonna take me a friggin' year to do. I'm never gonna get around to doing that. I don't
It
care.
doesn't take that long. We have to like get people.
All
on
right.
it.
So there were a couple changes to exotics. There's 4 exotics that they're doing changes to specifically. One is universal remote, and that's precision damage only active when aiming down sights. So you do still have
you
crit
can still
damage
headshot
with
people.
universal remote because it's a primary. And then it says there's going to be changes to Truth, Shinobu's Vow, and Young Wolf's Howl, but it doesn't say what they are.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Young
wait till
Wolf's
Wednesday.
Howl, though. That's
Yeah, I'm excited about that actually. I like
maybe they'll make that useful.
that sword looks
Yeah,
really
hopefully.
cool.
Yeah.
All right. And then the last thing that they're doing, there are a couple changes for classes. Hunters, Hungering
This is
Blade.
what's interesting.
So I
That's
mean,
really
I
interesting.
don't know about this stuff, so Alex will have to help us out with this. Hungering Blade for Blade Dancer now immediately grants health instead of regenerating health, and well, I can understand what that does. And shields no longer regenerate on a kill.
That's what I'm interested to see.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it
So
only going to fill the first of their 3 bars, but instantly now, as opposed to because
sorry.
you get a kill, you start going back up immediately. Last time that you get your second kill, you're pretty much invincible at this point.
Yeah.
You
So
know, right.
basically, you're gonna be easier to kill now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So it's
good.
gonna be
That's
way
good.
easier to kill Blade Dancers. Because everyone would rock. There's no point in rocking any other meta besides Hungry Blade.
All right.
So-
Then they're for gunslingers, throwing knives now do solar damage.
This is what I don't get. Is it just saying like in
It's
general?
probably
Because there's
for
also a
PvE
perk.
purposes.
Well, there's also
guessing.
that perk that makes lingering fire on your throwing knives.
Oh.
So
Okay.
Okay.
it's
So
just changing the damage type, I guess.
this is
compared
all
to,
it
like,
is.
solar.
When you initially hit someone with a throwing knife, now that initial hit does solar damage.
Okay.
Which, thank God for that.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I think it's basically
It's
only thing I
only
can think of
PvE.
is for PvE, like when you get match game or something.
Or like
and
those.
you got a
No,
little
but you
something
still have
extra to help.
you still have the post burn on that. So like you could just put
Yeah.
that burn
Yeah.
on. I think what it is to give you the ability kills. When they're like, do solar ability kills.
Oh,
That's it.
yeah, okay.
So I really,
Yeah.
it's not a thing. Like no one cares at all about that.
That was like an oversight.
Yeah, they're just like, whoops, we forgot to do that.
Right, for forever.
Yeah.
Okay, and last hunter
And
change
Blink.
is that Blink's going to be adjusted, but they haven't said exactly how. And then, all right, so Warlock changes now, and this first one is something that people have been calling for a long time. Reduced
Stormcaller.
Stormcaller melee range,
Yep.
which I saw a video yesterday.
Dude, it
That's
was
just
they have such ridiculous
absolutely
range.
insane. It was a guy just happened to catch a thunder strike, and I can't remember what map it is. It's on Mars and it's mostly outdoors. It's an older map, I know that, but it had to have been a good 15, 20 meters. That like you could just see the guy was pretty far away, but like the
It's
whole
ridiculous, man.
was you see the thunder strike go across the whole screen, and you're like, how is that a melee? That's like a gunshot. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Uh,
I don't understand why they didn't incorporate damage fall offs into Warlock melees.
yeah,
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
makes
Like, you can't just give them range because, I don't know. It feels super unbalanced. I feel like the Warlocks still have better melees than Hunters do, even though they technically have a higher damage fall off.
Excuse me, but do you have little T-Rex arms?
Right. Seriously.
That's Titans have it the worst as far as melees go.
Yeah.
right.
Well, I don't know. They are really fast. I like that.
Yeah.
Fast, and they're pretty strong. Strong attack.
Well, guys,
All right,
we got a little bit of time left. I want to make sure we got time for all our segments. Do you have any other like really big things in the patch notes that you want to go over?
I'll just read through real quick the last bit. For Warlocks, landfall now reduces your total time in storm trance.
Which who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a preference thing, I think. And then blink will be adjusted as well for them. And then Titans, and this is something people were calling for also. Juggernaut disables quicker when you're in the air, and Juggernaut cannot be activated in the air. So
Yeah, that's
yeah.
actually really cool
yeah.
because that's just gonna keep people from skating and getting jug shield while skating,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. All right. That's it for patch notes.
All right, guys, let's go on to my favorite game. Ooh, the original game that we came up with on this show. It's called Google This.
All right.
This is a game where I tell you to type something into Google, and you tell me what I think the suggestion is. For example, you type in someone has B, and you tell me what you think I'm looking at, and I will tell you if you guessed someone has been pissing on my GameCube, and I'm about to close the case. So,
Right.
let's get it started with my first one. Why is Nicolas Cage on? So go ahead and type that into Google. Tell me what you think I'm looking at. Got a couple of
Wow.
them today.
I didn't get hardly any.
What'd you
Why
get?
is Nicolas Cage on Netflix? That's it.
I'm
That's
getting
all I have.
nothing. I'm getting no
Yeah.
suggestions.
No suggestions.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah,
You're
it's a
spelling
weird
Nicolas
one.
Cage?
Why is Nicolas Cage on Nicolas Cage? I am misspelling Nicolas Cage.
Alex, you got anything to suggest for this one?
don't think
Nothing.
Maybe I'm just having that much trouble spelling Nicholas.
Nicolas.
No H dog?
No H in
No
Nicolas
H.
Cage.
Oh.
He's just a
Oh.
man with no H. So,
No damn thing.
Yeah, nothing. That's a weird one.
all right, this is what I got. Why is Nicolas Cage on the cover of a Serbian biology textbook?
That's a good one.
And apparently, that's a real thing. My other
He's
brother
actually
Pete
on the
looked it up.
cover?
Yeah, we
Oh,
went over
wow.
this on the Lost episode 1.
Mm.
All right, here's another one. I hate it when. Go ahead and put that into your devices. And yeah.
This is a good one here. I hate it when Jesus rides dinosaurs. Yes.
I hate it when I'm studying in a velociraptor. That's it.
Yep. Okay, that's the winner actually though. It's I hate it when I'm studying and a velociraptor throws bananas at me.
Oh, all right.
That's the one. That's the one there.
Wow.
This is supposed to. It says there's 24 of these. I'm only seeing 8. We got a couple more of these. What's a boyfriend? Go ahead and type in "what's a boyfriend." We'll see what comes up.
I bet you're
If
looking
I
at
could
what's a
spell right
boyfriend
now.
and where can I download one?
Yep. Alex wins again. What is a boyfriend and where can I download one?
We should be doing this on the computer instead of on my. I'm getting nothing.
Yeah, you should be doing them on your computer.
All right.
All right. This one is kind of just kind of a choice of mine. There's no one that's particularly funny. Is it bad if? That's what we're gonna go with. Is it bad if?
Ooh.
So,
Is it bad if my poop is green?
okay, that's not the one I picked, but I do see that one on my list.
Is it bad if? Okay. I have. Is it bad if your poop is black? That's on my list as well.
Why are they both about? They're all about poop. Mine is about poop too. Is it
Oh.
bad if your poop floats?
Oh.
Which
Okay.
is it?
I
I feel like
that
it's
one
not.
I know has to do with
It was
with
not
proteins or something. It's that found in meat.
So
So
vegetarians
if you
poop
eat a
floats?
bunch of no, opposite. I
Oh,
think it's the meat eater's poop that floats. If you eat like a ton of meat, your poop might be floating. Something like that. I really heard that recently, so that's kind of interesting.
all right. What do you guys want? One or two more?
two more.
Let's do one. Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Sometimes I like to.
Ooh.
So this has a couple of them. They're weird. Actually, all of them are really weird.
Sometimes
Still
I
not
like
even
to
kidding.
curl up in a ball.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is
I
one.
got-
That's not the one I'm looking at, but it is a weird one because why are you googling that?
Right. Why are you trying to find meaning in that?
All
I've
right.
just got get faded. That's one of them.
Sometimes I like to
too.
get faded. I mean, me too, but that's not what I'm looking at. All right, here's what I got. Sometimes I like to lay on the floor and pretend I'm a carrot.
Oh, a carrot.
I don't understand
Not a
any of these.
zucchini or a banana or a squash or anything.
Well, if you're a banana, you'd be getting thrown at me by a velociraptor.
That's
Right.
true. That's true.
All right, last one. Yeah, this will work. This is a good ender. Don't you hate it when a? Again, that's don't you hate it when a?
Oh,
Don't you hate it when T'Challa eats the universe?
I've got. Don't you hate it when a llama named Carl?
I got
All right.
It looks like it's the Velociraptor one again. I have that one too.
Yeah.
Don't you hate it when a Velociraptor throws? So I'm
Throws.
guessing it's bananas.
Yeah. Here's what I have. Don't you hate it when a sentence doesn't end the way you think it octopus?
That is brilliant. That is brilliant. I love that.
So that's Google This. That's my favorite game to play on this show. We'll be back next week with more Google This. I think we have like maybe 3 more weeks before I run out of these. And I start typing them into Google myself and figuring out weird stuff. We're going to skip over dad news because we got about 10 minutes left in this show. We're going to go to our guest interview. Our guest tonight is Alex. He's from the band If Only. He formerly was in a band from Borealis. I think you guys, your drummer moved to Los Angeles, right?
Mhm.
So you guys are done, right?
Not active.
Not active.
Active.
If
On
he moves
hiatus.
back, they might start again.
We'll probably whenever we're all in town, we'll play shows and stuff. But we're not actively writing or anything like that.
So, but you guys, you just put out a split with If Only and from Borealis. You're playing bass on both of them.
Yeah.
What was that like? I know. Did you did the mixing and mastering on those
pretty
too?
much. It just turned out to be like a full project for me. Didn't really initially intend it to be, but we had the 2 from Borealis songs that we had written that weren't on the previous EP. We knew that Brian was moving, so we wanted to get him down before he moved. So we recorded those, and then we were like, well, what are we going to do with them? Kind of want to do a split, but like with who? And so I actually heard some mixes that my buddy Mike Beers was doing with some other mutual friends. It was If Only. They're known as Wim Hof at the time, I think, which was, I still like that name better, to be honest. But I was like, hey, your stuff's cool. Do you want to write some songs and put it on a split with my band? That'd be cool. And they're like, yeah. Do you want to play bass for us? And I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. They were doing similar stuff to what I was into, and I was scared of not having, an outlet now that since Brian was moving. So, I joined up playing with them, and it was real fun. And I wound up recording songs with them, and then mixing and mastering it, and putting it out all within like 9 months or so, 8 or 9 months, just kind of working on it.
Okay.
It was a fun passion project kind of deal. I haven't done anything from scratch like that in a while. That was like the first from Borealis record, which I learned a lot of stuff from. So
Cool.
So
excited to make it.
If you like what you hear later, because obviously we're going to play a song, Alex needs some work. So if you need some mix or master work or anything, and you enjoy what you hear, hit him up.
Yeah, dude can mix for sure.
Yeah.
Alex and we went to school together. That's how I met you. And we used to work together on a show called Wolf House. If you guys want to check that out, we have a bunch of videos of like some local bands and some bands that are a little bit bigger, but
regional stuff.
Yeah,
like
YouTube.com.
Some people
Just
know them.
Google Wolf House Ohio if you guys want to watch us do some stuff with that. So this EP came out. What does If Only have planned for the future?
Right now, we're starting to write our first full length.
Ooh.
So
you guys been writing, like, how much do you have written?
we have a lot of ideas, and so we're still ironing out, structures, transitions, and general vibes that we're going for. We like to kind of write melodic stuff, but we also like to get pretty heavy and loud at the same time. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to do a bunch of different sounding stuff on this one. Really, this is the first time I'll be working on a full length project, and I want to explore all aspects of like the math rock and push rock genres with it.
Yeah,
That's
get some
awesome,
diversity
man.
in there.
Yeah.
So how would you say that If Only differs from Borealis?
I think it's a little bit more streamlined in approach in general. From Borealis is sort of like a fun math problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a lot more conceptual. I feel like it's still melodic, but not as melodic. So it's been, I don't feel like my writing's changed all that much, but it's definitely, the biggest difference is just having two guitars versus
Just one and tons of looping.
One and lots.
Yeah.
So it's just a different style, different approach.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this too. They are a lot of fun to watch as well as listen to. That CD or the split release show, both me and Ben went to, and it was just a really good time. And Stiff played as well. They were fantastic. So
awesome.
Yeah, it was a great show.
I'm going to pull up the artwork on this real quick. We had one of our friends, Nate Mayfield, right? He's the one who did this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is the artwork right here you guys can see, and it's freaking cool. It's super cool.
Up with that. It was just like real old, actually. Like he drew that maybe like a year and a half ago. Because I randomly hit him up being like, from Borealis is gonna need some new T-shirts at some point. And he's like, I drew this and then put it on some wood. I don't know. Think it's cool? And I was like, yeah,
the land whale.
Yes. Of course.
Nate can't do bad work, I don't think.
Oh yeah, he's crazy talented.
If you're in the Akron area ever, Nate also did the metro system mural on the wall right by the metro station. So that was him. And he did it with a bunch of kids. And it was more than just an art project. It was a community project as well. And that was a really, really cool thing that he got to do a couple years ago.
Yeah.
There's a great documentary that my roommate Josh made of it on the internet.
Oh, man.
Full circle plug.
Small world. Yeah.
Well, guys, I think that's about as much time as we've got for this week. Why don't we do some shout outs, I guess? By the way, Alex, I tried to look up If Only Band on Twitter.
Mhm.
That's not your guys' Twitter. That's somebody else.
We don't have a Twitter.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I was going to put that on there,
Oh,
but that's if.
We do like Facebook and Instagram. We don't have a Twitter because we're lame.
So where can people find you on Twitter, and then where can people find your music?
Well, you can find me personally at AlexOwens857 on Twitter, and same thing on Instagram. I'm more of an Instagram guy for some reason. I don't know. It's and then you can find If Only on Facebook, If Only Band, and same thing. If Only Band on Instagram. We have Bandcamp at ifonlyband.bandcamp.com. You can find the split. We're also on like Spotify and stuff like that too. So
Cool. Steve, where can people find you on the internet?
All right, I can be lots of places now. So Twitter is at Xanafan711, ZANIFAN 711. Check out my stream if you're into lore. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. It is twitch.tv/SNSELVEY. And then, hit us up on our show Twitter and email. Let us know what you think. Seriously, we wanna make this show for you guys, so we want to know what you guys want to hear and what you guys like and dislike, so we can make it better. So it's BarelyADestinyShow@gmail.com and at BarelyADS on Twitter. So check that out.
Very cool. I am your host, Ben Malone, Detective Ben Malone, Ben Malone my whole life. You can find me on PSN at DETBENMALONE. You can find me streaming. We are twitch.tv/DetBenMalone. That's where you can catch our show. Normally every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Again, hit us up on our email at BarelyADestinyShow@gmail.com. Send us an email. Send us some questions, man. We would love to talk about what you guys want to talk about. That'd be awesome. And if you guys ever want to play with me, or I'm sure any of us, just go ahead and hop in. Send us a party invite or hop into the party. We keep it public. Definitely play some games with us. It'd be awesome. And hit us up on Twitter with some questions if you guys have any questions. If you want to get your music on this show, you just got to email us, man. Just got to email us, DM us on Twitter. Just get a hold of us. We will play your music on here. I know this is called Barely a Destiny Show. I think that one of the big pillars of the show is that we wanted to be more than just talking about Destiny. And I know all of us, all of our hosts have a huge background in music. We all love music. So this is a very big part of the show for us. So yeah, if you play Destiny and you got a band, you want us to play your music, we'll play it, we'll talk about it, we'll do all that stuff. Go ahead and hit us up on Twitter.
Hey, we might even have you on the show.
Yeah, hit us up, play with us. If we think you're a cool guy, you might be on the show. We might have you as one of the guests. We would love to do that. Again, gmail.com. We're BarelyADestinyShow at gmail.com or BarelyADS at BarelyADS at BarelyADS on Twitter. You can check us out on youtube.com. We post under Ben Malone. That's the same as we stream. And hopefully, we'll catch you guys next week. And I will leave you guys by playing the If Only side of this split. If you guys like it, go check it out. Check out From Borealis' side too. I'm going to leave you guys with 2 songs, and we'll see you next week at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Real quick, the YouTube channel is actually Battle Rifle Beats.
Is it?
Yeah, I looked it up earlier today. So.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to change that. Well, it'll be Dat Ben Malone. Trust me, we'll change it, or it'll be Barely a Destiny Show. Whatever. You can go to our Twitter. You can find the link to the YouTube if you guys want to watch the video version. Oh, by the way, before we go, we are on iTunes. You can look up on iTunes Barely a Destiny Show. We are on there. Listen to us. It's awesome. I was blown away. I love listening. I love seeing it on my phone. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Just
I'll post a link too to the iTunes thing on the Twitter tonight.
Sweet.
Yeah, we'll have our RSS feed up there on Twitter. And just to prove you guys, I'm not lying. My podcast right here.
Made it.
There you go.
Barely a Destiny Show. It's backwards because whatever. But we are on there. So you guys can listen to it, and we'll leave you with a little bit of If Only. You guys have a great night. Peace out.
Peace out, guys.
Say bye.
others or doing it for themselves are troublemakers. On the basis of kindly let me help you or you'll drown, said the monkey, putting the fish safely up a tree.